Good morning. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you some prediction readings for the 29th of September. It's a beautiful sort of spring morning out here, so I thought I'd come and shoot this video. I know a lot of you have been asking about my big stray cat Max. Well, he's right here with me. He sleeps under my house. He actually lives under my house. I'm just such a softie when it comes to stray animals. There he goes. He's absolutely massive. That's Max, if anyone hasn't seen him. Come here, Maxie. Puss, puss, puss. And this is actually my cat sort of graveyard down here. I've got Oscar, Felix, Charlie's over here, and I've got my other cat, Piggy. She's over there. So it's like a little graveyard, but it's actually a rose garden as well. So there goes Max. He's massive, isn't he, guys? So welcome anybody new to my channel. Please consider subscribing. It'd be lovely to have you here. We discuss and we communicate with each other and let each other know. So feel what's going on in our countries rather. So please feel free to comment. Hit those like buttons. You know that helps me a lot, guys. And like I said, we don't sort of get the real news on mainstream media, so we tend to share a lot of what's going on in our countries. Now, I've got a little bit of admin this morning. Cheers, everyone. I've got a hot chocolate today. I've got my hot chocky. Still can't come at coffee for some weird reason, guys. Okay, we've got the Just Stop Oil protesters are back. Yes, just when you think they've gone, they come back. In the UK, pouring more soup on paintings. Like, what's it all prove? It makes me laugh though, because there's never ever, as you know, any security. No one stops them doing it. Like, they seem to shoot their whole video and it's totally uninterrupted. Like, where's the security? And I'm sure that if they were real, Van Gogh paintings, they wouldn't be just sitting there on the wall ready for soup to be thrown on them. So I'm guessing they're probably fakes on the wall anyway, but who knows. So we do talk about them as being the paid actors maybe, guys. So they've reappeared. Just Stop Oil protesters are back. So we're going to be seeing more of them as well. The other thing is, in Australia here, yes, of course, we've got the huge teacher shortage now. No teachers. Funny that. Isn't that a surprise? I'm wondering if maybe perhaps just saying the mandates a few years ago might have caused a few teacher shortages. It's quite probable, isn't it, guys, that could have had something to do with it, because people have had a gutful and didn't want to go back. So now, extreme shortages in Australia. The other thing is, guys, that I just have to mention, have you guys seen the naked Trump statue? It's crazy. Someone's put up this big statue, complete starkers of Trump. It's ridiculous. You got to see it. If you haven't seen it, type it in and look it up. It's bloody ridiculous. Wait till you see it, you're going to have a good laugh. So anyway, check out the naked statue of Trump. And I don't think it's going to win any extra votes, guys. Put it that way. It's not a pretty sight. Oh, anyway, all right, let's get straight into the reading and we'll see what comes up. I'm getting Australian. I'm getting Australia's got border issues. We've got big border issues. I think we all have border issues globally, but Australia's having border issues now as well. I'm just getting that Elbow's going to have to tighten the belt on the borders. I think Australia's going to have more boat people arriving, more immigrants arriving, more detention centres being filled up. I'm just getting this kind of thing. So it's becoming a big issue as well now here for Australia. The immigrant issue, it's global, but we're having problems with our borders now in Australia. Well, we know America has been having big problems with their borders in the UK, but I guess it's our turn now. I mean, we've always had kind of issues with it anyway. Maxie, he just loves being outside with you. He just loves company, Max. He's a funny cat. He obviously used to have a family once upon a time, because he's pretty friendly. He lets you pat him a lot. So I am getting that Australia's got border issues, and Elbow's going to be, he's going to be held accountable to why he just lets these people in. And it could be held accountable and called out by the opposition as well. But I do feel like he's going to have to address it and tighten the belt on the immigration issues and people coming into the country. I told you how they released a lot of them from the detention centre here, and half of them were criminals, and then they all, 5 or 6 of them got thrown back in because they committed crimes as soon as they got out. You know how it goes. I know in the UK, you know, and America especially. So we're getting that. We've got huge border issues in Australia. We're going to hear more about it. Elbo's going to have to answer a lot of questions about the loose restrictions on the borders. Why aren't they being tightened up? That's what I'm getting. All right. Oh, I'm getting this P. Diddy thing. I can't not talk about it, guys, because it's a huge issue, as we know, with the following in the footsteps of the Jeffrey Epstein event. I am getting that this is going to become a very, very big issue. A lot of people are going to get drawn into this P. Diddy thing. I'm just seeing a lot of celebrities, a lot of famous people, and they're going to try and come out and have their say before they get dragged into it. So we're going to hear from a lot more people who say they weren't part of it, but they kind of were part of it. But they're going to try and, well, obviously people are going to try and protect themselves, aren't they? But I do feel there's a very large list of people involved with this P. Diddy. I guess it's probably like the Epstein thing. Remember there was the little black book that kind of disappeared, and, you know, where the hell's Ghislaine Maxwell? She's probably dead 6 feet under, I'm guessing, because no one's ever seen her. They don't want all these names coming out. But I feel like P. Diddy, I feel like this is going to get big. It's going to like explode into a big event, as big as the Epstein event, because I think there's going to be a lot of evidence. There's going to be tapes that come out. There's going to be obviously there's going to be the trail of the trail of blackmailing, which is obviously what P. Diddy did. A lot of blackmailing of people by taking videos and pictures. Here he is. He's such a big cat. Isn't he? He's a good boy. By taking pictures, filming people, all this, drugging people. So I feel like a lot of people are going to come forward. Some to tell their stories, and some to confirm what's going on. So, this is going to be very complicated. This case. It's not a black and white thing. It's going to go on for a while too, I think. And like I said, people are going to try to come out in order to detach from what happened. They don't want to be... See, there's a lot of photos of people. You think of all the celebrities now, there's a lot of photos of people with P. Diddy, isn't there? And it makes you look bad. It's that guilt by association. So I do feel a lot of people are going to come out and try and tell their stories about how they weren't aware of these things happening, and yes, they might have been at his house or whatever, but you're going to hear a lot more stories coming out. But also there's going to be a lot more coming out around proof. I think there's going to be a lot more proof with videos, photos. We don't know what the FBI or whatever has found. So I do feel this is definitely going down the Jeffrey Epstein sort of path. Imagine all the victims. Oh, terrible. It's just terrible. How these things go on, and they go on for years and years and years, don't they, guys? All right, let's keep going. England's rising. Oh, there's always a crow that comes along. I remember someone was saying the other day, the crow was singing with me. I'm getting England's rising. You guys are going to stand up. You are. Starmageddon's just coming out too hard. He's treading on the people. He's squashing them. He's kicking them to the curb. They're showing me him as this boot, just kicking people. He doesn't care. And people are going to rise up against him. No, but people don't like him. People don't like him in England. Well, it's the whole UK. It's not going well in the UK. So I am seeing stand-ups, rises, fight-backs, everything too. Like I keep saying, the plasticine protests, but it's also going to be strikes. It's going to be people standing up against their human rights. You're going to get all of this kind of stuff. Oh, probably some stop oil protesters as well. I don't doubt it. Oh, are you right, Crow? Look, he's right above my head on the pole. So that's what I'm getting. England's rising. We know you're going to. You're going to have to. You have to do something about Starmageddon. He's just trying to roll out his agenda and his plan. Okay. I am getting that people are rising globally. We know more people are waking up. You guys keep telling me and confirming that a lot of your relatives and people that you know are starting to wake up. It's brilliant. They're finally starting to wake up, guys. It's like a miracle is happening. Which, of course, as people wake up, it starts to change that vibrational frequency and it starts to lift the energy. So this is what's starting to happen, guys. So, I mean, this will be good for us too, because I know a lot of us suffer bits of anxiety and we have little bits of tightness in our chest, or we have strange feelings sometimes, being the sensitives that we are. So this will help us to relax more too. The more that people wake up and see this, the more we're not carrying that ginormic load that we've kind of had to carry for a couple of years as awakened souls. It's been a lot, hasn't it? So now we can sort of, well, I guess, share that burden, and that's really what I'm getting. It's going to lighten our load. All right. So people are arising globally. They have to, or we're all going to be tracked and traced and controlled. We know it's coming. That's their goal. Well, to have us all living in shoeboxes. And I don't know why they would do this to us all. Does anyone know why? I don't understand it. I know they just want the global elites and us peasants people, and of course Lego people, because we're very tiny in their game. But I just don't understand, like on such a ginormic scale, like why you would want to just take people's lives from them. And it's just, I don't know, sometimes I just get dumbfounded and bewildered. Do you guys? It's just the strangest experience, isn't it? Anyway, let's keep going. Strange reading today, guys. Germany's rising. I keep getting it. I keep getting that youth, 25 to 35, are going to rise up against their government. They're not wanting to go down that path that they're trying to dictate to them. So I am getting people standing up, fighting back in Germany. Sorry, buddy. I am getting that. All right. I'm still getting that holidays for people are being very shortened. People just can't do the big holidays anymore. I think we all know that. Everyone's condensing everything down. And it's even getting harder and harder now to get time off work too. It's like, because obviously everybody's pretty much downsized, there's less staff, there's not as much work, so people are getting, nearly everybody's on casual now anyway. Everybody's hours are sort of being condensed, so it doesn't allow a lot of, obviously, spending money. People don't have the holiday pay. Holidays are shrinking, definitely shrinking. I'm getting that. Holidays for people are getting shorter and shorter. Okay. Sadly, isn't it? It's sad, isn't it? They're still trying to eliminate the red meat. I keep getting it. They're pushing and pushing this red meat. We know they're attacking the farmers. They're going for the red meat. They're really trying to reduce our intake of red meat. We know they're pushing their artificial lab-based foods onto us, and their, well, billy goats, great farmland, etc., etc., all this kind of stuff. But they're really trying to push the red meat out of our diets. They really want that to be like I keep saying, it's one of those delicacies long term. So they're wanting to really reduce that. We're getting more and more protein fake foods in my refrigerator section at the supermarket. I noticed there were more the other day. The section's getting wider. Started off a little section of processed schnitzels and bacon. We always talk about the rubber bacon and all that. And now it's getting wider and wider. And the thing is, it's artificial food. It's not something pleasant, is it, that's going to be good for your body. It's full of preservatives and God knows what else, flavours and all this kind of dodgy, I don't know, the numbers on it, you wouldn't even recognise what they are. So I am getting that. They're still pushing this lab-based fake food. I think I've said it before, but they're going to push these like restaurants as well that are going to have, well, they're going to push them as health, protein-based restaurants, and food will take away food kind of places, but it's going to be all this artificial schnitzels and artificial bacon and just fake food. It's going to be fake food, and they're going to try and really push this. They're not giving up on it. So we're going to see more and more of that pushed in our faces. Just the thought of it. When you look at it, guys, it's terrible. And read the ingredients on the back of the packs. Have a look in your supermarket. It's absolutely mortifying. All right, let's keep going. Still getting Canada's rising, China's rising. I'm getting Ontario. I'm just seeing it. I just keep getting Ontario. I know Ontario is quite big, but there has to be something happening there. People will have to find a way to stand up to Trudeau. I keep going, it's the legalities, they're going through the right channels, they're looking at ways they can come at this from different directions. So I'm still seeing this Freedom Party. I'm still getting that, this Freedom Party. Oh, you need so many people though. You need it en masse. You need lots and lots of people. But I do see it's probable. It's just bringing out so much garbage. It's so frustrating, isn't it, over there? I understand what you're going through in China. It's just, he's like a brick wall, isn't he? That's very hard to penetrate. As he doesn't listen to the people. But I still feel like the people are going to stand up to Trudeau. You think what you did before in Ottawa, that was massive. It was so massive. The truckers' protests and all the people lined up on the streets and on the bridges. And, you know, that can happen again. Don't lose hope over there. Keep that vision in your mind because it's about energy and what you're putting out. So keep that hope alive in China. Oh, I know it's not easy to, but you really need to make sure people are waking up. Remember, they're waking up. So they're going to have to do something, or they're going to be living, as we know, go down the road of communism. Oh, and who wants to live like that? Although he's all sort of got you halfway there, hasn't he, in China, sadly. All right. Stay strong over there. But I'm still getting Ontario. All right. I'm getting America. America's definitely going to make a stand over these immigrant issues. People are going to rise up in America. People are sick of it. This Mexican border gate scandal, which I call it all the time, they're going to start questioning Kamala Harris as to why the border gates aren't shut. I feel like it's going to happen. She's going to have to answer some tough questions soon. People are going to start asking her the tough questions. And I don't think there's going to be much change because, remember, she's still the Biden government. So people are going to be starting to question, well, see, these are the things that decide people's votes. Do we go down the Trump road or do we go down the Kamala Harris road where the border gates are going to stay open as we know they are? You know, what do people want? It's a big decision, isn't it? Not really, because you got the cartel and the drugs that have come over. You got criminals rather from all over the world that have just entered into the country. Like, it's madness. So I do feel like she's going to get questioned a lot about the border gate and why isn't it being closed. And why were these people allowed to come over? It's going to happen. She's going to get questioned. And she better have her little, is it her earrings that give her all the messages or people talk to her through so that she has the right answers? Because I'm not guessing that she'll know what to say about that because she's got no intention of shutting those gates. We know Trump does. And I'd say that's one of your biggest issues, apart from cost of living over there. The immigration is absolutely out of control, massive in America. And she's going to start getting questioned about it. It's going to be very prickly and uncomfortable for her because she's not going to have any answers. I mean, what are you going to say to people? Yeah, well, we really needed the votes. You can't say that to people. Oh, yeah, we're letting them vote now, so we get all the votes. It's so obvious to us, isn't it, guys? All right, let's see if there's one more thing, and then we'll pull some cards. Oh, I'm getting wet seasons around the globe. A lot of rain, a lot of flooding. We're going to hear more and more about flooding. Just reminds me, up in Lismore, this little town up the top of New South Wales, it's flooding again. It's really bad. It's a town that got completely flooded, wiped out, probably a year or 2 years ago, maybe. I can't remember. Up to the roofs, up to their house, like the top of the houses. The whole town was wiped out. It's had many, many floods, but they had this abnormal flood. You know how we talk about this, perhaps geoengineering of the weather. Well, this town's flooded again. The waters are rising. So can you imagine the mass panic? But my hubby and I just look at each other and we go, well, this is one of their 15-minute cities that they're wanting to set up. So they're wanting to, like, they've already moved a lot of people out of the hot city when it got flooded last time. So this is what we're going to start hearing about. More flooding, more torrential rain. Very destructive, very destructive. I know a lot of you have experienced these things. God, the UK, you had rain, didn't you, all summer? Abnormal. We know what they're doing with the weather. And like I always say, when you muck around with the weather, you don't know what it's going to do to the actual natural weather. It starts to affect everything. I don't get it. But anyway, we're going to get more rain and more flooding, basically, globally. And look, I think we know with all these tornadoes, isn't it? Florida's just had a tornado go through there. We had the typhoon in Vietnam. There's just more of this swirly, just turbulent, crazy energy that's going on, but a lot to do with rain and this kind of weather. Just terrible, destructive floods, sadly, in a lot of parts of the world. Oh, it's just cruel. Fires and floods are so cruel, aren't they? Oh, let's pull some cards, guys. Let's pull some lunar pins. Sunday morning here. It's so chilled and relaxed. It's very nice at the moment. It's very relaxing. I like Sunday. Oh, I like Saturdays, and I like the weekends. I think we all like the weekends, don't we? Queen of Pentacles. That's cute. I guess we've got the power in our hands. Look, it's got like a little mini me squirrel down the bottom. We've got the power in our hands. And to me, that's your own power. Your own power, your own strength. And you're sort of steering your own ship too. I see that as like a steering wheel as well. Like you're sort of steering your own ship and going in the direction that you need to go. That's what we've got to keep doing, guys, in order to navigate this nonsense that we're currently living through. Whispering Woods. I call it Clown Show 2.0 here, guys, if you are new, because it's so ridiculous. You can't even believe any of it's real, half the crap we're going through. It's just completely mad, isn't it? Path. Wander on the path less travelled. What you might find might surprise you. We've had that one quite a few times. And I think as BS detectors, Braveheart, Maverick, Freedom Fighter, Rebels that we are, we've always taken the path less travelled. I mean, and that's not easy because sometimes you've got to take your, machete and chop your way through and forge your own path, which can be difficult because it can be a little bit of a lonely path. Sometimes we do talk about that. A lot of us have lost family and friends along the way. But it's not that it's lone, it's that what I always say, it's because we come alone, but we're not lonely. We're okay with our own company as well. We can kind of deal with that, the unknown path. We don't have fear of change and all that. I talk about that a lot too on this channel. We can cope with things a lot better now. We don't like going down the path that everybody travels on. It doesn't work for us and it doesn't suit us. We like to forge our own path forward. The time to relax is when you don't have time for it. That's interesting. So virtually, even when you're really busy, make sure you take time out for yourself. It's very healthy to do that, guys. And sometimes it is hard to do when you're very busy. When you think you don't have time for it, that's the time when you really need it, isn't it? Just to sit outside for a while, pat your cats and all your pets and things like that. Have a little bit of time out for yourself. It's very important. All right, I'll see if there's anything else to close with today. Oh, did I tell you guys yesterday we had our AFL Grand Final here, which is a football kind of style of football, AFL. Some of you might not know it. But we had Katy Perry do the singing at the opening. She was absolutely fantastic. Check it out on YouTube. She'll be on YouTube. Unbelievable. She did such a great performance. I can't get over it. I was very, very impressed by Katy Perry, I have to say. High energy. She was unbelievable. So check it out. She'll be on YouTube. Very great. Very, very... She's a real talent, isn't she, guys? Just came into my mind then. All right. I'm getting that song by Mick Hucknall, Simply Red. Is it The Stars? Wanna fall from the stars straight into your arms. Now I wanna fall from the stars. Remember Mick Hucknall and Simply Red? So I loved their music. I really did. They had some great songs. Oh, and of course I'm getting their other song. I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. What's that song called? I can't think of what it's called. I'll keep holding on is probably what it's called. Oh, I loved Simply Red though. It's so cool. All right, hang on, see if there's anything else. Oh, they're giving me that song. Do you remember? Eva, 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 let your head hang down. Eva, Eva, let your head hang down. It's such a great song, wasn't it? I don't know why we get the music on here, guys. Sometimes we just get music to just uplift us or to just take us back to a memory. The guys just give me music sometimes to finish off with for some reason. Maybe it has meaning for you guys. Just give me a minute. I'll see if there's anything else. There's Maxie. Oh, they're giving me Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time. Sometimes you picture me, I'm walking so far ahead. Time after time. That's such a cool song too, isn't it? Cyndi Lauper. Funny memories, aren't they, guys? All right, I'll see if there's one more thing. I'm getting that song. People are people, and what does it mean? You and I can get along so orderly. Boom, 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 boom. We've had that song a lot when there's lots of division. So I feel like some of these protests and things that might go on in the UK, there might be a little bit of heated exchanges and things, you know, when people are, it's like anything, you know, you get the pro-plasticine, we call them the plasticine protests, and then you get the Israel come in, and you just get all this sort of chaos, don't you, sometimes? So I think that's why we're getting that song. So I'm going to leave you with that music today. Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody. Enjoy your rest of your weekend, and bye from me and Max. Where's Maxie? There he is. Come and say goodbye. He's such a big goofy, isn't he? He's such a funny cat. All right, I'll say goodbye from Australia. Take care. Don't forget, like buttons. Please consider subscribing. It'd be lovely to have you here. Like I said, we build a community of awakened people who are pretty much on the same page when it comes to all this crazy world that we're currently trying to navigate. So take care. Please feel free to comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.